function, sub procedure and function procedure. Now, public or private. So sometimes what happens is when you see the code, sub private something, the code is written. Basically, by default, all procedures are public. That is to say that they can pretty much be used from anywhere in the project. So public are like earlier we have discussed about general code modules. It is nothing but general purpose code module is nothing but public. So by default, all are public only. It can be executed from anywhere in the project. For sub procedures, it also means that they show up in the tools macros list as available to be run through that interface. And for functions, public functions can be used as UDFs. So it will be available in the menu bar. So when you go to the macro, when you wanted to run it, if you can see that specific macro, so that is what it happens. That is what is public. But sometimes we don't want to the user to have access to a procedure, or don't want other modules to be able to use a procedure in another module. We have done a specific macro only for that particular worksheet or workbook. Then we create a private submodule or sub procedure or private function procedure. For those times, we can make a procedure only accessible from within the code module, that it exists in the proceeding, its declaration with the word private. We here notice that all of the workbook and worksheet built-in event procedures are declared as private, like worksheet code module and workbook code module we discussed earlier. In those code modules, it is private. It is called private. So general purpose code module is for public, and worksheet and workbook code modules are for the private. So it won't appear in the tools bar, in the menu bar. So it's like that. Now, variables and data types. What is a variable? Let us go through this slide in a very easy way. Don't worry, and the next slide I'll explain in a very proper way. A variable is simply a named storage location in your computer memory. So basically, we are doing a particular activity in a repeated way, that is repeatedly used in that code. So we, instead of just writing same thing, keep on writing in at every place, we give a small name to that, and we declare that name, and accordingly that name will come in entire code, so that that particular activity is named as and accordingly done. So that is what it is talking about. A variable is simply a named storage location in your computer's memory. You have lots of flexibility in naming your variables, so make the variable names as descriptive as possible. Here, by mistake, these points have come. Don't worry about these notes. It's a continuous paragraph. Please write as a paragraph. Please read as a paragraph. So you assign a value to a variable using this equal sign operator. So more about this later in the using assignment section we'll discuss. The name of the variable must begin with a letter, cannot have a period. Remember that we use period to set a property. In other words, the period is an operator. Can have up to 255 characters. Please, just because it is allowed, don't use 255 characters. So you should not need not be, just 4 or 5 alphabets are enough for you. Most must be unique inside the procedure or the module it is used in. So why it should be unique, we'll learn in the next level. Once a variable has name, you can use it as you see fit. So you understood what is this? You can go through this slide again. Just you can, this slide is available in the website. You can easily go through this slide.